Hi everyone. Welcome to English is Easy. Today we're practicing IELTS speaking part 1 topic, clothes. In this video, you'll get 3 different versions of answers, including a Band 9 style version. Alright, let's start. Now we will listen to version 1.
Let's talk about clothes. Are clothes important to you?
They're moderately important to me. I like to look presentable and feel comfortable in what I'm wearing, but I'm not obsessed with fashion or designer brands. I think clothes are a way to express yourself and make a good impression, but they're not the most important thing in my life.
What kind of clothes do you usually wear?
I usually wear casual, comfortable clothing, like jeans and t-shirts or sweaters when I'm not working. For work, I dress more formally in business casual attire, usually dress pants or chinos with a button-down shirt. In winter, I layer quite a bit because of the cold Canadian weather.
Do you ever wear the traditional clothes of your country?
Canada doesn't really have traditional clothing in the way some countries do, since it's such a multicultural nation. However, some people wear items like plaid flannel shirts or Indigenous regalia during cultural celebrations. Personally, I don't wear anything that would be considered traditional Canadian clothing on a regular basis.
Where do you usually buy your clothes?
I usually buy my clothes from a mix of places. For everyday items, I shop at mainstream retailers like The Gap or H&M, and I also browse online stores for convenience. Occasionally, I'll visit local boutiques or thrift shops when I'm looking for something unique or want to support smaller businesses.
Have you ever worn a uniform?
Yes, I wore a uniform during my high school years. We had to wear dress pants, a collared shirt, and a school blazer with the school crest. At first, I found it restrictive, but eventually I appreciated not having to decide what to wear every morning, and it created a sense of equality among students.
Do most people in your country follow fashion?
It really depends on age, location, and personal interest. In major cities like Toronto and Vancouver, many people, especially younger generations, are quite fashion conscious and follow current trends. However, in smaller towns or among older populations, people tend to dress more practically and aren't as concerned with following the latest fashion. Overall, I'd say Canadians are generally more casual in their approach to fashion, compared to some other countries.
Now we will listen to version 2.
Are clothes important to you?
Yes, they are, because I think first impressions matter, and I feel more confident when I'm well-dressed. That said, comfort is still my priority, so I don't chase trends too much.
What kind of clothes do you usually wear?
Most days I wear casual outfits, like jeans or chinos, with a simple t-shirt or a shirt. If I'm going to the office or a formal event, I'll switch to smart clothes, like a blazer and proper shoes.
Do you ever wear the traditional clothes of your country?
Yes, but only on special occasions, like weddings or cultural festivals. I enjoy wearing them because they feel meaningful and they connect me to my roots.
Where do you usually buy your clothes?
I usually shop at malls or brand outlets because I can try things on and check the quality. Sometimes I buy online too, especially when I already know my size.
Have you ever worn a uniform?
Yes, I wore a school uniform when I was younger. It was convenient because I didn't have to think about what to wear, and it also created a sense of equality among students.
Do most people in your country follow fashion?
Many people do, especially in big cities where trends spread quickly through social media. However, a lot of people still dress mainly for practicality, like the weather and their daily routine.
Now we will listen to version 3.
Are clothes important to you?
To be honest, I wouldn't say I'm a fashionista, but I do believe that dressing well is a sign of professionalism. Since I work in a corporate environment in Toronto, I think it's essential to look presentable. I generally follow the philosophy that when you look good, you feel more confident and productive.
What kind of clothes do you usually wear?
On a daily basis, I opt for a business casual look. This usually involves a pair of well-fitted trousers and a button-down shirt. However, during my leisure time, I prioritize comfort above all else, so you'll usually find me in a simple t-shirt and joggers, especially when I'm working on my YouTube channel at home.
Do you ever wear the traditional clothes of your country?
Occasionally, yes. I usually reserve traditional attire for special occasions like weddings or cultural festivals. It's a wonderful way to honor my heritage and feel connected to my roots, though I find modern Western clothing much more practical for my everyday professional life.
Where do you usually buy your clothes?
I'm quite a fan of purposeful shopping, so I tend to visit well-known high street brands where I know I can find quality basics. That said, I've also started shopping online more frequently because of the convenience. It's much easier to compare sizes and styles for my laptop than wandering through a crowded mall.
Have you ever worn a uniform?
I have, actually. Back in school, we had a mandatory uniform policy, which consisted of a blazer and a specific tie. At the time, I found it a bit restrictive, but looking back, it was quite helpful, as it eliminated the daily stress of deciding what to wear and created a sense of equality among the students.
Do most people in your country follow fashion?
It's a bit of a mixed bag. In major urban centers, there is definitely a huge emphasis on staying on trend, and you'll see many people following the latest international styles. However, in more conservative or rural areas, people tend to prioritize traditional or practical clothing over the fleeting trends of the fashion industry.
All right, that's the end of today's video. I hope this helped you in your English learning journey. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed it, please like this video and subscribe to English is Easy. And let me know in the comments, which topic should we upload next? Bye!